Hello, good morning. Those who count on the rules versus those who count on the gentleness. Those who count on the rules, this expression is correct because people count on the rules all the time. They speak about the rules, we have to respect the rules and this. But when you use the word, those who count on gentleness, this expression is not correct. They don't count on it. They just deal with it because it's a part of their spontaneous behavior. But they don't really count on it. And these people, you can count them with your fingers. You hear a lot about the rules, etc. In this modern life, some modern societies, the rules sometimes they work for you, sometimes they work against you. The rules is something that comes from outside. It's not yours. At the same time, it is incarcerating you within time and space. Gentleness, no, it's an effort from you towards otherness. You know, the Prophet, peace be upon him, says, I'm going to mention the hadith in Arabic and try to translate it to English. Said, إنكم لا تسعون الناس بأموالكم ولكن ليسعهم منكم بسط الوجه وحسن الخلق. You're not going to gain people gentleness. People, you encompass people with your money because you try to impose yourself with the money. The rules, this is the money or your wealth. Rather, let them be. Let's just give. Make an effort to gain people's gentleness with your behavior. How much you can be like you have a smiling face and your good character. This is how you gain people. You're not going to gain them just the money. Try to impose yourself. A companion of the Prophet, peace be upon him, once, they asked him a question. They say, it's not a question, it's just sort of like, I don't know what to call it, state of astonishment. They said, "O Prophet of God, it seems as if those people, the wealthy people, took all the good hasanats. It's like they have everything. They pray like us. They fast, in other words, in Ramadan or after Ramadan, beside Ramadan, beside the obligations, they fast like us. But they have the money to give charity we don't have. In other words, they are privileged before God than us. Is that the case?" He said, how do you say that? Haven't you realized that every tasbih, not tasbih, is sadaqah, is charity? Not necessarily because you own something material. كل تسبيحة صدقة وكل تهليلة صدقة وكل تكبيرة صدقة. He said, أمر بالمعروف صدقة, نهي عن المنكر صدقة. He said, ابتسامة, smiling face, is sadaqah, is a charity. He mentioned a lot of things. What do we have here? Something is provided with an effort from the self. If you don't have the material world, why can't you give the gentleness? They ask him in the Quran, those people who were try to find some kind of like weakness in the Quran, in the religion, the Qurayshi, the polytheists, what do we have to give? You hear all the time a charity to give. يسألونك ماذا ينفقوا قل العفو. They ask you what do they give as a charity. Tell them, Muhammad, give the pardon. The pardon. Accept people's apology. Do you see something from the self? Giving something from the self. One companion once came to the Prophet, peace be upon him. He said, what is the religion, Prophet of God? You know, if someone is going to ask you today this question, you said, I don't know, is the religion is so apparent, so clear, like crystal day like this. You ask me, what's the religion? Well, the Prophet is the doctor of humanity, peace be upon him. He knew what does it mean. I mean, it's a lot. I want something just simplified to me so I can live with it. You know, now, intrapersonal with the self, interpersonal with people, you know, with God, with the nature, with the ecosystem, coexistence, you know, a lot. Like the way we are today, so complicated when we speak, when we write, when we do. Prophet, peace be upon me, said, he came in front of him, he said, ما الدين يا رسول الله؟ قال حسن الخلق. He said, حسن الخلق, you can say politeness. Politeness is gentleness. He said gentleness. Wow. Gentleness. Towards who? Well, towards people. You know, gentleness is a general word, towards animals, towards everybody. But there is something here. As I said earlier, speak about the rules. Rules, when they work for me, I am here. They come from outside. Generally, because I'm on the top of the rules. Above the rules. If they don't work for me, then I get mad. Of course, they work for me, sometimes they don't work for me. And like, gentleness is something that comes, an effort from the self, and it spreads. Like when the Creator said, before I created the universe, the same thing that preceded my existence is Rahmah. وسعت كل شيء. It spread. So he said, حسن الخلق. Then this gentleman, the companion, came on the right. He said, ما الدين يا رسول الله? What is the religion, Prophet of God? I mean, in our case, he said, I just told you, can't you hear me? As I said, this is the doctor of humanity. He repeated on the right side, he said, ما الدين يا رسول الله? قال حسن الخلق, gentleness. Then he came from the left, he said, ما الدين يا رسول الله? قال حسن الخلق. He came from behind. He said, ما الدين يا رسول الله? What is the religion of Prophet of God? He turns his face to him and he said, don't you realize? He said, it's don't get angry. That's the deen, that's the religion. What do you see today? In our societies in general, rudeness, anger. The rules, what they make, the rules, they incarcerate the person. He is happy in the moment. Gentleness, no. It's freeing him and is giving him beyond time, beyond the space. The same thing the Creator, when he said, I created humanity. When I brought humanity from nothingness into forth into existence, it's because of love. I gave you this existence not because I owe you anything. What did heavens and earth gain? They gain expansion all the time after the Big Bang. But look at a human being, he's going by the rules. Do you make the rules in heaven, in the galaxies? Can you draw in cartography? Can you draw? You cannot draw it because it's moving, is in a constant expansion. You can't. So the mind is, the brain is like that. It is with the behavior of a human being. Thank you for your time. And I see you soon.